All right, take two. Hey everybody, Ryan with CPP Tech. How you guys doing today? Real quick video, Ethernet cable, how you make it, CAT5e. We're going to show you what tools you need, how to make it, and the basic color code to use when you're doing it. So this is basically for your patch cable. If you're running Ethernet throughout your house, this works as well. Just your basic standard one. So first of all, what you're going to do is get a pair of side cutters or dikes. We always call them dikes, but they're side cutters or what have you. And then your crimpers for your phone and Ethernet, so they'll do both. They do have a cutter on there, but I never use the cutter. So and then I like this tool. This tool is handy. This tool is a lifesaver. This tool is by far the best investment you're going to make when you if you decide to do this. They're strippers. So anyway, before we get over to that, do yourself a favor, network with your friends, share this video, and subscribe to this. So let's get over here and I'll show you how to make this. So first, what you want to do is obviously your Ethernet cable here. I forgot to tell you earlier, RJ45 fittings. Get yourself a bag of them if you need to. If you're doing a whole bunch, you know, you can pick those up on Amazon, or even Home Depot has them, I believe. So generally, obviously the dikes or side cutters, you know, you cut your thing to length, and then we're gonna actually use these here again during this process. But on these strippers, if you notice, they got holes here for different gauges, so CAT3, CAT5, CAT6, and what have you. Inside there's actually a small little blade. So what you're going to do is go about 2 inches. An inch is a little bit too shallow for me. About 2 inches is good. Now, I always put it in the last hole. It's actually closed by itself. Do not put pressure on here, okay? And I'll tell you why in a second. But I always do one spin that way, one spin this way, release it, pull it out, and now the jacket will come off, okay? So now what you have is your twisted pair. The reason you don't want to hold, you know, crimp that tight is because your twisted pair actually has a jacket as well, and if you go too tight, it actually will score the jacket on that as well. Now if you notice this little string here, whenever I get to the point where I show you how not to do this, I'll show you what this little string is, but we're going to cut that out, get rid of it, because it's gonna give me problems later on. I just bumped the mic, so I apologize. So basically what I do is we're going to start with green, green, white, and then you've got orange, orange, white. Blue's going to stay up here, and then brown here. I always like to do this little effect, okay? So if you look at it downwards, you know, it's X, Y, Z, and with a extra deal there for all you machinists out there. So what's going to be neat is how you see this actually come together. So you're going to untwist these one at a time. So they when it's short like this, it's a lot easier to come apart. So what you're going to do is I always do this one at a time. So see how you got the wave from the twist? If you take your side cutters and just do that a couple times, it actually straightens them out, okay? And then go over here to the orange, orange, white. And we're actually going to do the green, white, green, orange, white, blue, blue, white, orange, brown, white, and then brown. And then you want to do that on both sides. So we're going to get these all untwisted. I may cut this just a little bit too long, but to see why, I always like to stay at 2 inches. So So we got the brown over here, so we're gonna do the brown. And I'm gonna show you where the magic happens. Okay? So now remember I told you we do this, this, and this. Because it's gonna be really simple. You see it come together. So get that over there like so. And then it's over here like so. No. Green, white, green. Orange, white, blue. There. Sorry. So now we got all this stuff going on here, right? So got green, white, green. Bring this over, orange, white, and then blue, blue, white, orange, brown, or brown, white, and then brown. Now what I do is I take my thumb and my index finger. Now my index finger I always bring up here, and my thumb up against the index finger. So now what you can do is have a little bit more control. And now I'm going to try to get them all together. So green, white, green, orange, white, blue, blue, white, orange, brown, white, brown. So now what I like to do is take this and just get them together, because you want to get them somewhat marrying each other. You know, and have a party. Everybody likes each other around here. So now I got this all together. I know it's all together. I'm more worried about down here than I am up here. So remember what I was telling you, the thumb up against the index finger. So now what I use is the index finger as a guide to take my cutters and cut it. So now they're all together. I keep pressure on my thumb on this. I always like to have the tab down whenever I do this. If you do the tab up, that's fine. Just make sure that whenever you do this again, the tab's up with the green white on the left-hand side of you. But, so what you're gonna do, you shove the wires right into the fitting, and they will go right in, and you'll feel a little click. It doesn't really click, but you'll feel a click, and it's in. So I'm left-handed, so I do this unorthodox. So I'm going to try to do this right-handed, so you guys can see. You got your phone and your RJ45 Ethernet. That's just going to go right inside of here. It doesn't click; it just goes right in until you can't go no more. And just crimp it. Pull the tab, and you're good. So the biggest thing you want to make sure of is see the jacket. It's inside of that fitting. That's what you want. You want that jacket inside of that fitting. Okay? So there's a perfect RJ45 fitting. Now on this side, obviously I have one on here. I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to show you what not to do. I run into this all the time in houses, and I don't know why people do this. It could cause you an issue. Also, just a little pro tip. Do not use the flat Ethernet. They're twisted for a reason. It's to prevent crosstalk and help with long runs. So if you go get a 100-foot flat not HDMI, flat, even HDMI though, a flat Ethernet cable, and you're running 100 feet, just don't do it. So we're going to actually talk about this string here real quick. Remember I was talking about this string? So if you don't have one of these strippers here, and you're using your side cutters or your dikes to cut around the sheathing, or the jacket, you can use this here to actually pull the jacket, cut it, so you can actually cut out whatever stuff you nicked here. So But see, this is some of the stuff I see out in the field. Even the string here, I don't know how people do this. They must be cussing out a storm. But I'll see them, you know, do this, and it's got all untwisted here, all unorthodox, and it takes twice as long. And oh my Lord, I mean, me doing this right here to demonstrate to you, and I'll be honest, is just driving me bonkers. I don't know how you get anything done doing it this way. Now, in most cases, they don't even, remember my trick with the dikes to you know, make it unwavy? We won't even do that, because this is how I find them all the time out in the field. And it just absolutely drives me bonkers, like I said before. And I don't know how they do this, but you got green, white, green, and then orange, white, and then blue, white, blue, orange, brown, white, brown, and then get this together. And now I can't even, I mean, it's just a nightmare. Come on. I don't even know how they do it, because I'm struggling, and I do this a lot. All right, well, go ahead and cut them. Yep, see, I already, you didn't see it, but I screwed that up. Okay, so now, got this. It's already getting out of order because it's all green, white, green, orange, white, blue, blue, white, orange, brown, white, brown. Now let's try to shove this fitting in. See, it's already, that brown, white one's trying to leapfrog that brown one. I don't know how they even, man. Like I said, this is the wrong way. I'm probably going to be captioning on the whole part of this video saying this is wrong. Get it in there? Oh, finally it went, but I don't think the one, guarantee that green, white, green didn't get in there. I know this is unorthodox. I'm left-handed, like I said. This is how I have to do it, because, you know, I live in a right-hander's world. And that, my friend, is the wrong way to do this. I can't tell you how many times I run into houses where they've done this, and it's like, what are we doing here, you know? And half the time there's a problem. You got it all untwisted, and honestly, this part here probably won't cause you too much of a problem, but I guarantee you, whoever put these on like this, sometimes it'll work. I had on Midlife Crisis over here, I actually had one and I did it the right way. And I had one just crimp bad once, you know, and if you wiggled it, my speeds would go from 30 to 220 on my internet, you know. So, you know, there's a method to this madness, and why you do not do it this way. Plus, also, none of this stuff is shielded no more from the jacket, so therefore it could cause some crosstalk. Even electrical frequencies, you know, that are nearby this. Let's say if it's in the basement by the electrical panel, and you know, you're going to get some crosstalk and stuff with it, and it's going to cause some problems. So, wrong way, right way. If you like this video, throw a like, a subscribe, and throw a comment. Don't forget to share. I thank you guys for watching. Have a good day, and see you later.